All right, so this problem is it's like a difficult irrationals problem because we're throwing in a bunch of variables instead of numbers, right? So we can just solve this with the variables, which we'll go through first, but then I'm going to show you how you can pick numbers for this, right? And kind of turn it in more into arithmetic with numbers that you can put into a calculator, right? Okay, so first thing, when I add fractions, right, I need to find a common denominator. The common denominator is it's like the denominators multiplied together. So root xy, root y times root x, which is root xy, right? Now, I basically would have to, you can think of this root y, so if I want to find the numerator, root y is going to go into this, root y times with root x left over, so I'm going to multiply the top by the root x, which would be what's left over, right? So root x times root x is x, right? And then plus root x is going to go in root x times with root y left over. Root y times root xy is the root y's are going to pull out as a perfect square. So I'd be left with y root x, right? So x plus y root x over root xy would be answer choice B. But you could actually, if you wanted to, right? So let's pick numbers for this. So think about what numbers you want to pick. I would pick perfect squares. Let's make x equal to 4 and, y equal to 9, right? Okay, so I would get on top, so I'm going to plug them in, I would get root 4 over root 3, root y, plus root x times y, root 9 times root 36 over root 4, right? So, I put 3 here. This should be a 9. Okay, so that's going to give me, so now I'm just going to find 2/3 plus 6 over 2, right? Now let's go to and you can put this in a calculator if you wanted to, or actually add them together. But let's go to answer choice B, right? Which would give me x, right? Which would be 4 plus, right? Y root x, which would be 9 root 4 divided by root 36, right? Which would give me 4 plus 18, 22 over 6, right? And if you put 2/3 plus 6/2 into a calculator, right, this is going to tell you that it is 11 over 3, which 22 over 6 is the same thing as 11 over 3. These two match up, right? It's obviously more complicated because you would have to pick numbers for them, plug them into every answer choice until you got one that matched up with it. So, but it is still feasible to get it correct with picking numbers for it if this with all the variables seems really confusing.